Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of the Predator Pro Billiard Series here in Austria. We're in St. Johann in Pongau at the Hotel Alpina Alpendorf. We've got a great matchup here in the losers round of the Billiards Carrinho Women's Open. We're going to have Nina Torvund of Norway taking on Xin-Yu from Chinese Taipei. They'll play a race to 4, best of 3 sets. If the score ties 3-3 in the third set, we will see a shootout, which I can't tell you, Sheen just came off a shootout against Kelly Fisher. I believe she had the lead in the third set before Kelly tied it up at 3, and then Kelly won the shootout. That was a winner's qualification match, so Kelly's through. And Sheen will have to take the long road. Ladies will play down to the final 16 before it will move to a single elimination. $90,000 up for grabs, $27,000 to the winner. Nina to break rack number 1. Breaking from the side rail, trying to get the 1 ball down in the side pocket, but it's not happening. Looks like it took half a roll extra at the end there, and it's hidden behind the 10. So Hong will have to find something in the safety realm. Maybe a kick safety. Looks like that's what she's eyeballing. Nice and soft into this one. Misjudged the slide a little bit there. I think it didn't slide as much as she expected, which I've seen quite a bit of in this tournament. I think it's not sliding that much. The Predator reserve cloth by Simone is playing really good. Looks like she has enough of this ball to spin it in, but what can she get on the 2 ball is the question. And I think she just kind of took her medicine there and decided being able to see the 2 from back here should leave a pretty routine safety. See if she can lock her up behind the 4 here. Yeah, had to get something to a rail, so couldn't totally freeze her on the 4, but she's played a really nice shot there. I think she's found cover. Even if she's left some of this ball, it's not easy to get safe from here. Wow, how good is that? She massaged into the left side of the ball perfectly. Kept it under the 9. What a great shot that is. Super. Nice way to start this match, too. A couple of safeties on the 2 ball. Nina with the jump cue. I think she's called the corner. Yeah, it leaves a little more safety options, which it looks like that's pretty safe. No shot available on the 2. She might not like her next shot, but she'll at least get one. This time she'll be trying to freeze her on the 4. Take away those kick shots. That's why you can see she's let it creep out a little bit, trying to go for extra. And I think she's left Nina the back rail here to kick at the 2. Yeah, to call it is always a good idea. If it goes anywhere near a pocket, you should call it. A half chance this cue ball stays under the 8. It's pretty close, But she's made the kick, so she'd wish it didn't stay under the 8. It's a bit of bad luck, you'd have to say. Kicked it right in the heart. I don't think it touched the side rail on the way in. She needs to come with another kick shot now, unless she likes jumping this ball. And the jump is okay there. It might just be difficult to keep the cue ball on the table, so kick is probably the better choice. The only problem with the kick is if you happen to make it again, what do you got on the 4? But I mean, if she kicks this in, then she'll just kick the 4 in too, no problem. Watch that point by the side pocket there. That's why you see her hit the other side of the 3. Wasn't willing to risk hitting that point. A little bit unlucky again to hit that ball pretty good and just lay it up over the corner for Hong. Well, I don't think she wanted to go into the 4 ball there, but it's okay. And with the 5 over the side pocket, she doesn't have to do much but pocket the 4 here. It wiggles in there. I haven't seen a lot of Xin Hong play, but I'm going to guess that after giving Kelly a handful in the last match, she must be a force. And so far looking pretty steady over these balls. Good timing of the stroke. Pretty smooth. And of course we know these Chinese Taipei players are always good. Balls left to get the first game on the board. Probably just straight down, 1 rail here, maybe a touch of right spin. Right spin gripped a lot, so she'll be shooting the 10 near the rail with the cue ball, but it won't be a problem. She gets it down to take the first game. We are live on YouTube, on Pro Billiard TV. 3 tables for your viewing pleasure. Table 1, 2, and 3. All free on YouTube thanks to Predator and the Pro Billiard series and all those great sponsors you see along the arena boards there and on the posters. Can't thank them all enough as a fan and as a player for supporting the game, and at all levels. You see 3 different events happening here over the 8 days. We have the Billard Beckman's Men's Open, we have the Bill Harris Carrinho Women's Open, and we also have the Predator Mixed Doubles Open, which we'll see some matches in that a little later on this evening. So make sure you click that thumbs up button on the bottom of your screen there. Goes a long way to help other people find these free streams that love watching pool. The referees here on the Pro Billiard Series all really, really great. So you'll see he's going to take his time racking these balls, make sure he gets it nice and tight. And we are on day 3 here, and I think as we see day 4, 5, and so on, the table might start to rack a little easier as it wears in. But I really like this, that he's taking his time. He's not willing to give one of them a bad rack, and that's very important. So we see pretty good matchup going on over here on table 1. And if you guys want to follow along with the draw, it's on ProBilliardSeries.com under the event tab. You can find the draw with all the live scores. We got Yuki Hiraguchi at the table right now. She's playing another player that we got to see quite a bit of in the Vegas event, Katarzyna Wazilowska. All right, we got the balls rack tight. Sheen to break, rack number 2. Oh, she really leaned into that one. One ball is just not finding the home yet. But it's buried in there between the 5 and the 10. I'm not sure Nina can see it. If not, she'll play a push out. If she can see it, she'll play it. Maybe a bank side with a two-way cue ball. Or maybe just a really good safety. Yeah, but it might be too close going between the 5-10 to risk it. You can't risk driving into one of those balls on the way through and just giving up a ball in hand, opening everything up. Looks like she has decided on the push out. She can push this cue ball anywhere she wants it, touch any other ball, doesn't need to touch a rail. And then we're going to see Hong decide if she wants to shoot from there or if she wants to make Nina shoot. And she might make Nina shoot here, but I think, yeah, I thought she might contemplate cutting the 1 towards the 5. Sending the cue ball a couple of rails back up towards where it is now. I think that's what we're going to see Nina do. The problem might be that Hong saw the 1 is going to kiss the 5 and go towards the 3 and end up kind of close to that corner, bottom right corner. Let's see what happens. Well, she played it softer to keep the cue ball under the 2. That's a really good shot. I think she's found full cover. There might be just the slightest sliver of this 1 ball poking out. Kicking from this side rail, very difficult. Trying to change the angle with the draw and the left spin and the speed. And it never kind of came back the way she thought it would. So good safety pays off from Nina. Now I wonder if she's considering maybe a 3-foul option here, but she'd have to put the 1 ball close to the 8 to make the next safety available. 3 fouls are available here. I think these players from Chinese Taipei, they kick so cushion. And they play a game called Taiwanese Carom. 2-3-5 Carom, I believe it's called. And it's super tricky game, but they get really good at kicking at the balls. She needs to watch her cue doesn't touch the 5 here. All ball fouls. And 2 rails here. Don't think she can get at it by 1, but yeah, look at that. Effortlessly hit that ball. Well, and she's put it up near that corner, but Nina kind of told her on the last shot that she didn't want to run out. So I'd have no problem challenging her here. But the balls are fairly in the open. You'd think if she could get from the 1 to the 2, you gotta like her chances. And this isn't bad. This is not bad. She can see the 2. Maybe one more good shot landing on the 3. Might have to come 2 rails into the 7 here. I don't think she can risk anything else. Well, another safety. Smart shot. Very, very smart. Playing percentages. It's definitely how you want to play this game. Two rails here again for Hong. Not an easy one. Yeah, easy to misjudge that, and she really did. Kind of nowhere near it. Well, let's see what Nina likes this time. Not easy to get on the 2 ball here. Rather, the 3 ball from the 2 ball. So she sees another safety. Trying to freeze up on the 4. It's pretty good. She might have opened the 3 a little bit and put the 2 closer to the 3. So if she does happen to see a shot on the 2 next, it might be easier to get to the 3 from where it's going to end up as opposed to where it was. But you got to favor Hong to hit this ball this time. She does, and put it in a real awkward spot for Nina. I think at this level, a lot of times you need to try to find a way to run out. Those safeties just don't pay off enough. Players are too good with the kick shot, too good with the jump cue. That's a couple times we've seen Nina with the ball in hand and play a safety rather than go for the run out. Bit surprising. She's played a good one here, using the 9 to cover the 2. I don't think there's a window through there to see the 2 ball between the 4 and 9. Maybe there is, but she's looking at kicking this ball. This one needs some speed, maybe some bottom, and maybe some right spin. Good hit here. Oh, wow. The cue ball rattles the corner. Where's the 2 going? Right behind the 9. A little fortunate there not to scratch, and a little extra fortunate for the 2 ball to find cover. Maybe she can see some of this. She's called it in that top left corner. I think she's got to send that cue ball around, though, towards the 3, but also as a 2-way. I think this time we've got a shot on the 2 into the side pocket. But it's a little messy now. These balls have moved around quite a bit since the start of this rack. Well, I like that she kind of just took what she could get there, making sure she could see the 3 and maybe a safety now, rather than trying to get short side on the 3 and risk missing the 2. Wow, it had room to slip by the 10 ball. You could see really good camera angle there. It even kissed the 10 a little bit. Still found the bottom of the pocket, which that little kiss didn't hurt because I think it opened up the 5 ball. tee shot coming up here. 6 ball to the 7 ball. As you can see, that 7 in a bit of a tough spot. She plays for the bump on the 7, and she's played it really nice. Great shot. Not out of the woods yet. Bit of a blind cut into this lower left corner, but you have to favor her to get it. Can she draw across the 8 ball, or is she going into the 8 ball? The cue ball. Oh, it's definitely not easy from here. Stretched out a little bit too, reaching. Yeah, so she turns it down, tries to get the cue ball underneath the 10. Doesn't. And I think she's left this 7 ball on into the corner or the side for Nina. Looks like she's playing, well, I can't tell. I would think the side, but maybe she looked at where the cue ball was going. Yeah, it was really thin in the side. Look out. Don't kiss the 8 on the way through or back. It's going to be okay. That worked out actually really great because now she can roll this one through to get the 9 in the side next. And the 10's over the pocket. If she doesn't like that, she could stun it over for the 9 in the corner or power draw it back, but I don't see that being the choice. Well, cheated the pocket a little too, which is a bit risky on these tight arc tables. Corner pockets are very tight, side pockets are very tight. Might see that ball rattle on day 6 or 7. But not that one. Good shot there. The 10 ball for 1-1. You can see there's lots of seats in the arena there too. It's still a bit early in the day and still a bit early in the tournament, but I'm sure we'll see those seats fill up as the days go on. The matches heat up out there. If you're in the area or anywhere near, go check it out. Free to watch in person, of course. Free to watch online as well on Pro Billiard TV on YouTube, and thanks to everybody out there tuning in and chatting along in the comments. One of my favorite things about pool, and we see this on display here with the different countries playing right now, but I really love that it's so well represented internationally. Pool is such a beautiful game. You're seeing it with obviously the World Cup right now too. I'm sure everybody's following along their favorite countries, and the World Cup pool is a very similar game. It's played all over the planet. Every corner you can imagine. All right, we got Nina to break rack number 3 here in set 1. breaking from the corner and not really going full power from what I could see. Looked like she was taking a little off. I would consider one of two or both things if I was her, as add a little extra and maybe switch sides or switch sides. But we'll see if she gets to break again, if she'll make an adjustment. Maybe a touch of left spin just to hold this one from going into the 3 ball after she pockets the 1. Yeah, you could see the left spin just drag a little bit there. Keep her going towards the 2. All the balls are in the open here, and they connect pretty good, so if she can get from the 2 to the 3, I like her chances. Key shot here. It's going to come up short. It's going to be right behind the 6. It's a big mistake. Should be kicking at this ball now. I think we'll see her get the jump cue. She can kick the end rail. Some right spin. Trying to just miss the 9. Send the 3 towards the side pocket, but also hoping it'll go down table if she misses the side. She hit the wrong side of the ball. And I think this 3 ball past the 6 camera can be a little deceiving here. Yeah, I think I saw her glance at the 4, which tells me this 3 ball goes. A little quick there. Looked a little quick, that stroke. The usual smooth stroke we're used to seeing from Nina. She got second prize with where this 3 ball ended up. I don't think this banks in the side by the 8. Maybe it does. Possibly spinning the cue ball into the 4. It's hard to tell from this angle. The overhead shows us a little better. I don't think the bank's worth the risk because the shape's not guaranteed. I think it's going too much into the 4. The shot's okay. Didn't find cover, but it's containing. I think she's kept Nina off the shot. I don't see her trying to cut this ball in or bank it or anything. So just a safety return for Nina. Tried to get the cue ball under the 4 and just missed. Tucking her right under there. The 3 ball kissed the 5 and it's in the open. Big shot. She gets all the way through it to get back to middle table. What a shot that is. She made that look way easier than it was. Hampered by the 5 ball just slightly here with the cueing. Makes this a little awkward. But a similar shot to the one she just played, and that's beautiful. Really well done. I feel like the work's over now. It's a couple of stop shots. Couple of stop shots and a couple balls over the hole. She really got through that one. I know she wanted angle on the 7, but well, this doesn't have enough speed to get there for the side, does it? Oh, it just did, you know. I thought she was coming up well short there. But this is actually ideal. It runs around towards the 9 ball pretty naturally with a little top and a little right spin. This 10 ball for a 2-1 lead. She's looking pretty good out there. Getting through the ball nicely. Pocketing looks good. Cue ball control will, I'm sure, improve as the match goes on. Just trying to feel out the speed. Arena table always playing a little different than the outer tables under the lights. Plenty of great pool to come today. We'll have a match in the men's open coming up next. Scheduled for a little over an hour and a half from now, and then we'll have a match in the mixed doubles scheduled for 8 p.m. in Austria this evening. Okay, we've got the 1 ball down. We've got the 2 ball over the side, but I think the 6 is just in the way. Well, maybe not. She's speed walking over there to try to find out. Maybe just has it. She's got a couple balls down on that breaks. Good break. Well, she's looking at the 3 ball, so I think she just has enough to spin this 2 ball in. Wow. And I think she played the cue ball off the point of the side pocket intentionally. I think she knew the best she could do was spin that in and get the cue ball going off the point. That was brave. That was always going to be extremely difficult. That thin with the cue ball off the rail and trying to go up and down, avoid some traffic. There's a lot of moving parts there. Didn't hurt to kiss the 6 in front of the 5, though. Made a problem for Nina. I don't think she can go into it now with the cue ball. She might consider it, though. She would be on the 4 next. It would just be a very long 4. Yeah, she wasn't willing to risk it. So I wonder if kissing the 6 in might be an option on the next shot. Off the side of the 5 to kiss the 6 in with the billiard shot. Got to get there first. This is a long way away and not much angle to work with. She just played a stop shot, so maybe she sees a good safety. Off the side of the 5, try to miss the 8. Send the cue ball a couple rails around. But where does the 5 end up? Oh, she's played it really soft and tried to stay underneath the 8-10. That was extremely tough. Will Hung consider cutting this ball in, or is this only a safety with the cue ball underneath the 7? Looks like option B. It's pretty good, but I think it might have left just the edge. And the edge might be all she needs to cut this in. Which is exactly what she's looking at. One big shot away here. The cue ball comes around 3 rails towards the 7, so you might have to watch that a little bit. Well, and I think the shot clock running out there might have been a small factor. But look at this. Not only can she not see the 5 because of the 6, but I think the point of the side of that rail might be in the way. So kick shot. Let's try to measure this one up. Does she have her extension? Okay, she used it. So an extra 30 seconds. Much needed here to measure this kick shot. I think she makes this shot probably 50% of the time or more, but what happens with the cue ball after? Oh, she hit it with way more speed than I thought. Trying to turn it over there, I suppose. Seven to the 8 is the key here. Get a little closer to the 7 with half ball angle. Middle table's a good target for the cue ball here. I'm surprised she wouldn't shoot the 5 in the right side pocket and just follow the cue ball through, but this is totally fine. Often it's just a little easier to roll the cue ball than it is to draw it, but no problem there. Lots of bottom, lots of right spin. Need the right spin here a little bit too. Wow. How tight are these corner pockets on the arc table? Thought she got that one. It clipped just enough of the right side rail to keep it out. Now this is a question I get a lot. What do you do with these balls that are buried in the pocket like that? Often it's rail first, but I don't know that she could do that there. She's kissed the right side of it perfectly. The left side of it, I should say. Brought it down table nicely for the 8. And the 10 ball for 3-1 when it looked like it should be 2-2. Nina, not the kind of player to beat herself up out there, but she'll be thinking about that one. She'll let one slip there. Ball in hand on the 5 to get to the 7. She's supposed to get out from there. Here we got our match stats thanks to our pool stat guy, Mike. You can see the overall performance, usually one of the first categories I'd look at. 737 is pretty good. Anything near 800 is what you'd expect from these players, sometimes in the 900s. Missed shots, another category I like to look at right away, and balls pocketed. And obviously the break stat, a big one, 0% for Nina, and 75% first shot after the break is a big one. For Xin-Yu, that's a good number, 75%. Looks like this table's rocking just a little bit tough. I absolutely love that the referee is taking his time. Make sure he gets the balls tight. And you can see even those ones in the back are very important. It's easy to get blinded by the front three and maybe the ball's touching the 10, but these balls in the back row are important too. Try to get them all tight as best they can. And I really love this referee triangle rack format as a fan, a spectator, and as a player. I think it just brings in more elements to the game. We get to see all of the game played. Xin-Yu to break, rack number 5 here in set 1. She leans into it, gets the 1 in the side, and it looks like she's going to be able to see the 2 ball. I don't think it pockets, but she's got a layup safety here to freeze her on the 4. And she'll try to make sure this is a jail safety. She's got a chance to really put her in some trouble here. I think just rolling at this one, just banking the 2 away, trying to freeze up on the 4. The 6 ball is going to block a lot of one-rail kicks. And I think she just didn't want to leave the right long rail to kick at the 2, which I'm not sure she has. Unless it's with a lot of left spin. I'm not sure what good it does. I'd have to think it's maybe the end rail, then the side rail. Well, she can spin it here. She's called it in the side pocket too, I believe. Kiss the 4 on the way through. Bit of a mistake there from Nina. I don't think she looked at the end rail that much. But I think this end rail plus the side rail made it a big ball to hit. Maybe just didn't think much good could come of that, so tried the other shot. Now a chance for Sheen. Take set number 1. Balls are pretty well spread out. I'd notice right away that there won't be any pressure on the 10 ball. Looks like 3 rails around towards the 5 in the top right. I think it comes pretty natural on that line. Almost towards where it is now. 2, 3, look out for the speed. Might be a little much here. Well, I think she's gotten away with murder there. She didn't have to land in the side pocket perfectly. Sure, she was playing for the corner pocket there. And if she was playing for the side, it's not this close to the ball. She could use this one to slow down. The speed is a little tricky to get out there. It looks like it's a bit quick today. is really thin if she's cutting this ball on the side. Not quite thin enough, but she hasn't really left anything for Nina. Maybe a bank. I don't see an easy safety. Often if the safe is as tough as the bank, then you play the bank. You see her call it. Watch the cue ball coming towards the same side pocket. Watch the cue ball coming towards the same side pocket. No way. Straight in the drink. It's unfortunate that shot happens so many times like that. The left spin helps the 6 ball in, but it also helps the cue ball in. You'd have to say it's a bit unlucky. She made a really good shot there to bank that ball in, and a bit unlucky to even have to bank it in after her opponent missed. Could have left it over the pocket for her. And I'd like to say it's this 9 ball for the first set lead, because the 10 ball's a gimme. She gets the 10 down, and it looks like maybe just a small timeout here. Nina just going to leave the arena. Players are back in the arena. We have Xin-Yu to break the first rack of set number 2. Let's watch the 1 ball in this bottom side pocket. She's been getting it, but it gets kissed this time. Nothing else is close. Let's see if the 2 ball is wired. Even if it is, I'm not sure she'd take it on. There's no guarantee of position on the 1, so I think it's just a safety here. In which case she'll hope the 2 isn't wired. She can come off the left side of the 1 and send the cue ball back towards where it is now. Looks like a pretty good shot to me. Nice speed. Might have just crept out to let Sheen see some of the 1, but not enough to do anything good with it, I wouldn't think. Well, she could see enough to bank it around underneath the 4. Well, it might have just crept out that now Nina could jump at this ball. The problem is there's nothing happening on the 2 if she jumps it, so I like the kick safety. Not bad, she'll take that. Hong reaching for the jump cue, looks like. Wow, what a shot. Fires it right in. Holds the cue ball off the 8. Oh, what a shot that is. Oh, these players are so good with the jump cues nowadays. Made it look like a hanger. Safeties just don't pay off anymore. Nina did nothing wrong. Good kick safety. Let's see what Hong can do to take advantage of that good jump shot. This one's not easy. Thin, and the cue ball's running into the 3, I think. Oh, it runs past the 3 is probably worst case scenario. She's going to be hooked by the 7, I think. I think she tried to run it past the 3 and hope the cue ball went into the 7 or the 4. But it went right between the 7-4. This looks like rail first, maybe. And try to pocket the 3 in the upper right. Oh, this is going to sell out a shot into the side pocket for Nina. Nothing super easy getting from the 3 to the 4. Not surprised to see her turn down that one. Wasn't really anywhere to go to get onto the 4 without some kind of crazy stroke. The jump cue out again for Hong. Let's see if she can fire another one in. This one's pretty straight too. She didn't look quite as comfortable on that one. Could see just the arm was up in a bit of an awkward position, reaching a little bit maybe. Not the worst result, though. She's going to get another shot. She might not like it, but she'll have another shot. Look out. Well, has she found cover behind the 9? I think maybe just. Well, no. She could maybe even pocket this ball, but I think she's just banking it safe. Off the short rail, back up table towards the 5. The cue ball coming across. Underneath the 4. Well, she's let her see it, but it's not horrible. There's a good 8 feet between these balls. She might have to raise the back end of the cue here to stun this one in. I don't think she can roll it. Yeah, you can see the backhand in the air a little bit, getting underneath. Very good shot. And that's extra good because, you know, she's not totally comfortable out there yet. Hasn't really settled in. That shot might just settle her in. She flirted with the 7 ball a little bit there, but it's okay. She can roll this one through for the 6 ball in the side next, but as we can see from this angle, very straight on the 5. So the cue ball's not going towards the 6 at all. She's probably having to take what she can get and just leave a bit of a thin one on the 6. Send the cue ball around off a couple of rails towards the 7. Let's see. Well, she's played the stun follow, and I don't think she got through it as much as she wanted. Might be the bank shot here even. I don't know you can shoot the 6 in the side and miss the 8 ball with the cue ball. Yeah, so you see her call the bank. Shot clock's a real factor out there too. For those who've never played with it, it really is a big factor. You could hear it there. It beeps at 10 seconds to warn you. And she knew she didn't have a lot of time to work it out there. Wow, what a shot right in the middle of the pocket. She's deadly accurate. But even if you watch how Hong plays, she's got a little pep in her step and looking at the clock quite often. You can tell the players who play under it all the time don't look at it too much. But it is a real factor out there. It makes you think about it lots. And being able to manage the shot clock is a real skill. Well, no way she's missed that ball. Tried to clip it with a touch of right spin. The inside juice. Missed pocketing the 8. I would have never guessed that. She landed perfect on the 9, but it didn't matter. Now, can Nina punish her here? Try to get the first game on the board here in the second set, I feel, is big. And especially after a mistake from your opponent, you want to make them think about it for a bit. Position is ideal here on the 9. Good shot. Rail first on the 8. Couple of rails around. She's landed pretty good on this 9 ball. Oh, and she got through that one nicely too. On the 10 ball for rack number 1. In set number 2, she needs this one. Try to turn this match around. She's very capable of it. Very good player, Nina. Very experienced out there in these big events in the arena. She won't be bothered by the moment or TV table or anything like that. And of course, everyone, big thanks to all those great sponsors you see along the arena boards there and on the posters. Amazing prize money up for grabs here for these women in the Bill Harris Carrinho Open. 90,000 total prize fund with 27,000 going to the winner. Amazing, amazing amount of prize money up for grabs this week. And into next week, 8 days of action here. Sticking to the same side rail over here, and it might be a product of seeing Hong have so much success from this side. Excuse me. Hong's had the 1 ball go in a couple of times and had a look at the opener. And it looked like Nina reached back a little extra there. But hasn't helped anything. Straight back to the chair. Does the 1 pass the 2? I think it does. You can see Hong take a little glance around. Everything's in the open here. And they connect pretty good. Especially if the 3 goes in the side after the 2 ball. Well, she has plenty of angle on the 2 to deal with getting somewhere better on the 3 if it doesn't go on the side. Kiss the 9 and froze on the 4. No way. Yeah, I see her look to the rail first here. I don't think she can see the 3. Definitely not. She's called the other corner. Wow. I mean, she had to flirt with a little bit of a kiss there, but touch unlucky to kiss the 9, end up just locked on the 4. But she doesn't panic. She just tries to find a good kick shot. I like that about these Chinese Taipei players. They don't seem to get too emotional out there. They just seem to try to find the next shot. Really good shot from Nina here. Could use this cue ball to hurry up a little. I think it's just okay. I think she can cut this in the corner and send the cue ball back and forth. Yeah, she didn't like it. She turned it down for the safety, but she hasn't got the safety this time. She didn't quite get as much out of that as she wanted. She'll be elevated over the 8, makes this twice as hard. It also makes the 6 a little more difficult because she couldn't do a lot with the 5 to get closer to the 6. Shouldn't be a problem with the 6, not too far away from the pocket, but she'd love to be 2 feet closer towards middle table. And if the 7 doesn't pass the 8, then this might be a little touchy. So we could see her stopped in her tracks there. Had to use her extension. Look out, 9 ball. Look out, 9 ball. No way. That 9 ball has been a menace for her this game. And this time she's not so thrilled about it. You can see her trying to hold back the emotion, but she's not happy with how that resulted. Yeah, and no extension left, so one rail, try to hit it. Look at this cue ball under the 10. Almost one of the best shots we'd see the whole tournament. By design, that was. Kissing the side of the 7, trying to get under the 10. I'm sure that was her plan. Long one for Nina here, and I think all she can do is stop the cue ball. Oh, she rolls it. She rolls it really nicely. What a great shot that is. And what an opportunity to take a 2-0 lead here and really start to put some pressure on her opponent. Make her think about that 3rd set. Okay, a bit of a tester here. I don't know if this rolls in the side. Even if it does, it's a bit of a tight pocket. She looks back and takes her extension. Not that she needs more time, just that she doesn't want to hear the beep. She's got it, and the 10 ball's a hanger for 2-0. Well, this match has really turned around after it was all Xin-Hong in the first set. That's what I love about the Pro Billiard Series and the sets format with the short races. Never really out of it. Gotta feel like you always have a chance until they make the last ball. Can be down 3-0 and it's winner breaks. Who knows what can happen? Could just break and run the set. So that ball's pocketed category down there on the bottom. Always one I love to look at. Xin-Hong making most of the balls, but Nina doing what she needs to do. Cleaning up. Score is technically 4-3, but Sheen's made twice as many balls, more than twice as many. And has moved the cue ball out a little further, breaking in rack number 3 of the second set here. A little further out off the rail. Experimenting. That cue ball's gone. You could see it when it got kissed near the side rail. It was disappearing. She'll be happy to see that the 6 has tied up with the 3 ball. First thing Hong looks at. She didn't look at it very long, so that tells me I think it goes from over there. Couple of unforced errors here in the early goings of set number 2. She'll love having ball in hand here. Try to get herself back in rhythm. Regain the confidence. Tilt that one in there a bit. You could see her hesitate a touch, like she caught it a little bit more into that side rail than she wanted. They look good from here. She can roll this one in, play the 5 in the other side next. To the left side pocket, I think. Keeping it simple is always good. This one ran a little far, and that's because she overcut the 4 a little bit. You can see the 4 go into the wide side of the pocket. Cue ball got some extra speed. So she had to play the 5 in the corner, but she's shot that right in the middle of the pocket. What a shot. And landed really nicely on the 6, as we can see from this great camera angle. Thanks to that production crew out there doing an amazing job. I think simple is always good, so the 9 in the corner is very available next. No reason to force this and get to the side pocket. They like to say, if you have shape, don't try to play shape. That was a good example. She didn't need to do anything there but stop the cue ball. Shape was already there. Was never missing the 9 from straight in like that. She's too good. And this 10 ball for a nice recovery after a couple early mistakes here. She's got herself in this second set. Matchup going on table 1 here between Katarzyna and Yuki. Looks like Yuki won the first set, but Katarzyna up 3-0 in the second set. That one looks like it's got all the makings of a set number 3. And there is one result from that round. Check it out on ProBilliardSeries.com. Meanwhile, Sheen to break Rack number 4 in set 2. Looks like a dry one, but the one's tucked underneath the 10. She might consider a kick safety here. Unless she can see some of this ball to hit first. Maybe bank it towards the bottom right with a two-way cue ball. She also has an option to play a push out. Not sure the bank into the bottom right goes. Might be too double kissy. Never easy to push out. That's what she's gonna do. She might get this one back. Jacked up over the 4, brings in 2 elements, brings in the fact that it's really tough to control the spin on the cue ball, but also it's all ball fouls, so if she touches the 4, it's a foul. Not surprised at all to see that one handed back pretty quick. Didn't take much thought there. And I think this is even more of a double kiss now. Not sure why she pushed out to there. I thought it was curious. Well, she was trying to get underneath the 10, but I think the double kiss was just too big there. The only way to avoid the double kiss was to hit it really soft like she did, but sold it out. Whoa, that was a long way off. The inside spin got her there. I think it deflected quite a bit to the right, made her overcut that ball. Just trying to dig into it with the inside spin there. Well, we're seeing lots of open tables in this match too. You'd have to think if she can find a way from the 2 to the 3 ball, which is definitely not easy now, but you'd like her chances from there. I mean, the 4 to the 5's not a gimme, but very available. This would be the key shot, you'd have to think. Really well played. With the stun, run through, and inside spin, that was really good. She did about as good as she could to get on this 3. But another tough shot coming up here. These ones are always a little tricky. Easy to overcut it just a hair, just like that. It's so easy to do that. Pool just looks super easy on TV, but it's so hard. That's a good example of a shot that just looks so easy, but really is not. Just the speed she had to play it at made it extra tough. You'd think hitting it slower made it easier, but it didn't. That kind of speed actually makes it a little tougher. It wants to overcut a lot. Looks like Hong used both extensions there, the clock and the one for the back of her cue. Out. Wow, what a great shot that is. She went for a little extra there too, flirting with the side pocket a touch to try to really freeze up on the 7. Very good safety. 2 rail escape here for Nina, maybe even 3. Maybe even 3 rails. I'm not sure. Is the 10 in the way of the 2 rail escape? It's got to be close. Might need a lot of spin. I think it needs lots of right spin. I'm pretty sure. Okay, 3 rails in behind it. Just missed it. What an effort. Upon first glance, I thought it had to be 3 rails underneath it. And I think she realized that too. Just missed it. That must have been by a sliver. I think the 6 ball is still available. Into the right side pocket after this 5. She needs to stun by the 8 now. She left herself a bit of an awkward angle here. Stunned by the 8, and watch the 9 doesn't come into play, and that 9's been a menace for her. Oh, and she wiggles the 5 in. Good shot. Held the cue ball nicely. Just a few balls left to square it up at 2. Looked like Nina might run away with this second set, but a couple of mistakes. Let Hong back in. Scratch on the break was the first one. Well, from this angle, it looks like the 9 is a little tight by the 10, but from here, it looks like it's got a mile of room. 10 ball for 2-2 in set number 2. Well done. We do have a match coming up very, very shortly after this one. And it looks like we've got some table assignments up. 5 p.m. local time in Austria. On this table, we have Alex Kazakis taking on Felix Vogel. And on table 1, they'll have Albin Auschen taking on Matthias Snigocki. Table 3 will be the German showdown, Moritz Neuhausen and Joshua Filler. Those are your 3 stream tables for the next round in the winner's qualification of the men's open. Make sure you don't go far after this. I'll be right back. Locked in on table 2 here with you guys. Long to break. Rack number 5 here in set 2. Looks like a dry one, and it's wide open spaces. Easy shot on the 1 to open for Nina. This is just what she needed. Reaching a bit and elevated over the 2. It's a bit more awkward than it looked. Oh, she's done really well there. That was a pretty good shot to get it over there, but does the 3 pass the 4 for the next shot? She hasn't looked at it too long, so I think maybe. It's very tough from this angle if she doesn't have the whole pocket. Is she going to try to cut it in the side pocket? Or was she looking at where the cue ball goes? Oh, it's tough either way. If she's playing the 3 in the side, the cue ball's going to kiss the 4. She needs some luck, I think. Unless it's so thin that the cue ball misses the 4. Well, from this angle, I'm not so sure the 3 even passes the 5 into the side. It did, and the cue ball went into the 4. She didn't get the luck she was hoping for. Although, looks playable still. It's a bit thin. But it's okay. Not too much needed with the cue ball here, so. Just pocket the 4. Oh, really good shot on the 3. To cut it into half a pocket there and kiss the 4. Stay on a shot. She's got a chance here to get herself on the hill. Set number 2. Yeah, might have to take what she could get there and shoot the 6. The cue ball a little closer to the rail than she'd love, but it's okay.
Please stop the practice until number 19, 20, and 21. The matches for the next round of the match will be assigned now. Thanks.
Punch that one in nicely. A little closer to the rail again. The cue ball. Let's see if she has any angle or if the 8 will go in the side pocket next. I don't think so with the 8 in the side, so she needs to do something with the cue ball here. Yeah, and straight into the 9. I think she misread the angle a bit there. Was hoping she could miss the 9 on the way through and back. Well, this bank side has been a shot in this match for her. Let's see if she can get it. It's kind of an all-in shot. I don't think there's much of a two-way here. Which surprises me she would take it on. Wow, look at this rub off the 9. I think maybe she knew it was going under the 9. If so, really good shot. Most likely a game winner. Oh, kicking one rail at this 8. I think she's called the 10. Early 10, not a win. It'll spot and she keeps shooting if she manages to get it. She'd love just to hit the 8 though. Which she's done, but it's gonna be, well, not super easy from here. Can she level out and roll it in while missing the scratch in the side? I don't think so. So she might need to dig into this one a little bit and come around off 2 or 3 rails for the 9 ball next. And it made potting the 8 just that much tougher. Brought in the miss. Looks like she got a bit of second prize again, not leaving the 8 available past the 10, and the combination's very tough from there. Looks easy from this angle, but it's anything but that. And when she makes the 10, it's gonna spot again, so she might need to watch that she doesn't hook herself when it spots. Look out. I think it just slowed up in time. What a beautiful shot. She spots it in the way. Funny enough. Nope, it'll go up there. Yeah, he got a shot. When they spot the 10 for the spot shot in the shootout, it goes a little further back. goes where it would be in the rack. But not when you make it in the middle of a game or on the break. Spots on the rack spot. But that little combination she made on the 10 was really sweet. That was anything but easy. And she held the cue ball really nice. It wouldn't have been hard to overrun it a little bit more and end up behind the 10 when it's spotted. She's got the 10 down, and she's the one on the hill first here. A chance to close out this match in the next game or two. She get 2 bites at it. So we have the match stats here. See that player overall performance for Hong at 747 is pretty good. 625 for Nina, a little low. Although picked it up in this set number 2. She's at 714. Looks like the safety efficiency pretty good. The ball's pocketed, big category there, 69 to 30. Ball catches the point of the side. Does the 9 find the pocket off 4 rails? It doesn't. Well, if there was ever a chance, this is it. Maybe not an easy shot on the 1, but a very available safety. Maybe even a billiard on the 2. Could she consider that? Kiss the 2 in with the cue ball? I don't think so. From this angle, it looks not available. I wouldn't hate her trying to get the cue ball underneath the 5 or the 10 here. Overran it a bit, but she had a big wall there with the 5, 10, 8, 7, 4. So many balls could come to the rescue. It looks like the 8 ball did. So 1 rail kick in behind this ball for Hong. Lots of left spin. It looks like even a bit of a masse. Yeah, she's elevated quite a bit. Well, she curved it so much she caught the 1 first. She's trying to get the rail first underneath it. I do find the masse shot with the carbon fiber is very difficult to judge. Because sort of as you can see there, it just wants to grip it right away. Spin is sort of accelerated with the carbon. Thin 1 for Nina, and a very good shot. 4 ball looks a little tricky. Doesn't really have the easy 2 pockets would be the bottom left or bottom right, so she need a good angle on the 3 to try to get to the 4 in one of the side pockets, I think. I don't know if she's going to have a good angle to get all the way down here without a big stroke. 6 ball in the game here. She needs to draw this one back, maybe with a touch of inside spin. She went into the 6. Will she consider the 4-10 combination? She's been turning down shots easier than this, so I don't expect her to play safe here. She's going to use her extension. Definitely the right time to use it. It's a big choice here, big moment. Stay alive in this tournament or early exit. Looks like the safety is the option. I think trying to bank the 4 around the 10-5 and use the 7 for cover. Very good shot. Very smart. Well found. And now Well, if Hong doesn't get this kick shot right, we should be seeing hill because all the other balls are pretty open. Well, contact was there, but just going to leave a shot. Mind you, a very tough shot. She's got it. Really good shot. Lost the cue ball a bit, but I think she had to focus on potting the 4. Might have thought, why didn't she stun the cue ball or something there? But I think when you elevate the back end of the cue from that angle, you bring in the miss too much. She wasn't willing to risk it. Better to pocket the 4, play a good safe on the 5. Well, wasn't trying to have the 5 kiss the 10. This has left a shot and a chance for Xin-Yu Hong to close out this match. Maybe just 1 or 2 good positional shots away. The 6 ball to the 7 ball is not going to be a walk in the park either. What a shot. Just fires it in fearlessly. Cue ball's coming around 4 rails. Sweet shot that was. Yeah, watch the shirt on the 10. Would be a foul. I think she's gotta be very careful here. Very, very close. I think it doesn't hurt to use the bridge here, does it? Well, she knew what she was doing. Got the extension on the back of the cue and managed to reach it and get decent position on the 7 here. If she gets anything on the 8, it's over. 9 over the pocket, 10 right beside it. See if she tries to drag this one in and hold it for the 8 on the left side, or come around it, maybe shoot the 8 in the same pocket as the 7. Oh, she checks it over for the 8 on the other side. Beautiful shot. Super slow roll the 9 ball and this 10 ball to move on to the next round. She's got it. Good match. Xin-Yu Hong will move on to the next round. Nina will move on to the next event, I believe. And we will move on to the next match coming up in about 20 minutes time. We got the men's open, so don't go far, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been Ben Francis on the mic with Predator Pro Billiard Series in Austria. Don't go far, everyone. We'll be back very shortly.